What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And in today's video, I'll be doing part 2 of my Avengers Endgame mini showcase series, and I'll be showing you how to build all of the main Avengers in their casual outfits. Now, you'll notice Bruce Banner isn't here because he was in part 1 of this series, which was the attack on Thanos' farm, which a card will pop up right now for. And just to recap for you guys before I dive in, there are over 100 Endgame custom minifigures that I need to build for the big showcase at the end, and I find that to be so daunting, and there's so many figures to build. So what I'm doing instead is I'm doing smaller showcases like this, showing off, 6, 7, 8, 10 characters at a time, and breaking it down so that you guys will have content on a more regular basis to watch customs, and I'm going to be able to use all of these clips to assemble for one big showcase at the end of all of this. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this little custom showcase of me showing you how to build the custom Avengers in their casual outfits from Endgame. So the version of Tony that I'm showing you here is the version just when he gets back from space. And to build this, you'll just need some black legs at the bottom, the torso with the arc reactor from Iron Man 3, some regular bare arms, you can get those in many places, and then the head from the poly bag of the Silver Centurion Iron Man figure works really well, because with the scars and bruises around his eye there, it just really looks like he's been through a crazy fight with Thanos and then spent some time being dehydrated and almost oxygen deprived in the shuttle with Nebula. So I really like that head to make him look tired and worn out. And then the hair, of course, is from several Tony Stark figures from iterations past. It's just that brown spiky hair that we've gotten on Hawkeye and things like that. But excuse me, it's black hair. I said brown hair, but this is black, as you can see. So yeah, you'll just want to get some black spiky hair, and that'll build the famished version of Tony from Endgame. Next up is Steve Rogers, and one of the things about Steve, when he's just in his casual suit here toward the beginning of the movie, is, of course, he's shaved his beard, so the head that I used is from Sam Flynn from the Tron set. The hair is from the regular Captain America. I gave him some blue legs here, dark blue legs to show jeans, but the torso is actually what I want to focus in on. So you can see I just use a plain gray torso, which sadly is kind of drab, but I actually have a better suggestion. This torso from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom from Owen Grady actually looks exactly like what Steve is wearing in the movie, with kind of that like open button top shirt thing going on. But sadly, I don't have that figure. I don't really have a ton of the Jurassic World figures. I wish I had that one though, because that would be a pretty nice addition here. But in any case, I would actually recommend using that torso. But if you don't have that, like me, I just used this regular gray torso because it's as close as you could get without having that Owen Grady torso. Here we've got casual Scott Lang, and I gave him some dark blue legs, and I'm not crazy about it, but Scott does wear jeans when he's at the compound in the movie, so the jeans do need to match the top. But the thing I don't like is, the top jacket he's wearing is also dark blue, so I don't know, I just would rather have some like color variation like gray legs, but to be movie accurate, this is technically more accurate. So I used some dark blue legs. I used the torso from a character named Vern from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie line of sets. Then I used Poe Dameron's head so that it looks like Paul Rudd with a little 5 o'clock shadow going on. And then I used this hair from Peter Parker from Spider-Man Far From Home, but it's just the swoopy Superman hair in dark brown. It's come in other places, but if we're all Marvel collectors here, probably the easiest place to get it these days is from the Far From Home Spider-Man set, the Venice set, if we're being most specific. Here we've got casual Hawkeye, aka Ronin, and this is semi-purist, but there's one piece that isn't purist, and I'm sure you can guess it's the hair piece up top here. But anyways, we've got some dark blue legs to show he's got jeans on. We've got this hoodie torso, which has come in a bazillion and a half places, so you can get that in lots of places. Then I used the Hawkeye head from Age of Ultron, and the hair is actually Phil Coulson's hair, so you can see it side by side. It's got the same part and everything, but I used a nail file to file down the sides of the hair to take it off to show that Hawkeye has a mohawk. Now on Instagram, I've gotten lots of people that say they don't like this, but here's the thing about Lego, guys. You have to do what you like, not what other people like. Of course, you want your purist customs to look as good as they can, but, you know, I'm happy with this custom, and if other people aren't happy with it, that's on them, because I like the way it looks, and at the end of the day, you should always try to make yourself a little happier than you were the day before. Here we've got casual Roadie, and I like the way that this one turned out, so I used the legs. These are just standard gray legs, but the hips are actually from Owen Grady from Jurassic World, because you get that nice brown belt going across. I think that that's a really nice look, kind of reminds me of something Roadie would wear. The torso is from Bruce Banner from Thor Ragnarok, but I switched it out with some brown hands to complement the head that I used, which of course is from the Bricktober pack Roadie, but it's also from Endgame. That works just as well. And then I used the hair from Percival Graves to show that he's got black hair with a little bit of gray hair on the sides because, well, Roadie's going gray a little bit. So that is my Roadie custom, and I really like the way that this turned out. It really does look like Don Cheadle, don't you agree? Next up is Carol Danvers, and something interesting about this figure is I actually made this figure when the first Endgame trailer came out, where we saw her in the compound, but it was hard to tell from that trailer, but you can tell in the movie that she's actually wearing the bottom part of her Captain Marvel suit when she's hanging out at the Avengers compound. So I gave her the legs from Spider-Man Homecoming, also Far From Home, that have the red boots on the bottom and blue on top, because that's what I use for my regular Captain Marvel custom. I kind of do that thing there. So I think that that looks pretty good. Then I used the torso from Mary Jane from the Spider-Man sets from a few years back, and this is the hair from Elizabeth Swann, but the nice thing is that when you put the Elizabeth Swann hair on, it actually perfectly covers up the Spider-Man heart, so you would never know that it was Mary Jane. So the arms and hands are also from Mary Jane. Like I said, the hair is from Elizabeth Swann, and the face is just from regular old Captain Marvel. So this isn't a particularly difficult custom to make, and truthfully, if you didn't have the Mary Jane torso, you could always just use a black torso as long as it looked pretty plain and didn't have too much printing on it, because it's at the end of the day, it's just a black tank top that she's wearing. And here we've got casual Black Widow from the compound, which I think actually turned out pretty accurate. So the legs are just plain black legs, the arms are bare arms, as she's wearing a tank top in the movie, and then the torso is actually from LEGO Dimensions from this Adventure Time character, but I don't watch Adventure Time, so I don't know the character's name. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below. But the head is from Endgame Black Widow, and then the hair is actually from the Mini Dolls version of Poison Ivy, but I used the eraser method to take off the leaves on the front of her hair, but actually I think it looks pretty accurate. So like I said, I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out, and that's Black Widow. And here we've got the mighty god of thunder, Thor, and I gave him some dark blue legs. I used this torso from Claire Dearing from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but I used the eraser method on the sides here to take off some of the curves right by her stomach, just so that it made the torso look a little bit more thick and manly. But anyways, I really like that green jacket. It looks a lot like what Thor was wearing at the Avengers compound. I used the old trick here of building Stormbreaker with a brown pole, the inverted lightsaber handle thing, a 1x1 stud, 1x1 round piece here with a little reflectiveness on it, and then using the little clip for the battle axe part. And then the face is from Aquaman from the LEGO DC sets, and the hair is from Thor from Ragnarok, from Endgame, and from Infinity War. So all in all, this is a pretty simple custom to make, but I really like the way that it turned out, and it's one of the only scenes that we have Thor for where he's not obese and immensely overweight, so I think it's pretty cool to have this version of Thor. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this mini showcase. Like I said, it just really helps my workflow to be able to break down these parts into little sections and stuff. It really does help, so thanks for bearing with me guys, and be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You can check out my other videos on my channel here. While you're hitting that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up and drop a comment below and let me know, which casual Avenger do you think looks the best? Personally, I think either Thor or Captain Marvel looks the most accurate to the movie, but drop a comment below and let me know what you think. So, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. Hit that subscribe button and thumbs up on the way out. I'll see you on the next video, and until next time, build on. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.